So day 126 is a continuation of the same thing what we have seen on day 124. So we are seeing the power of the name of Lord Ram. Just by taking the name of the Lord, that is Sri Ram, what all happens is explained in this particular verse by the poet. We have seen the power of Ramanam in Hanuman's case, how it has helped me a number of just by saying Jai Sri Ram, he could achieve anything and everything, isn't it? Even Rama's his own arrow couldn't penetrate him in Ramanjana Yuddham, as we have seen, isn't it? Even a stone can get life. We have seen the case of Ahalya, isn't it? So here we'll see how the poet puts it. जयाचे निम्नामे महादोष जाती जयाचे निनामे गतिं पाविजेति जयाचे निनामे घटे पुण्यटेवा प्रभाते मनी राम चिंतित जावे. So the conclusion is the same as we have said on the first day itself. 10 alternative days, the verse ends like this. Prabhate manim Rama chintita java. He says, whenever you are awake, Prabhate, in the sense, if you take literal meaning, it is the dawn or in the morning or at the state of waking, means transcending from nidra to jagrata or transcending from tamas to rajas. He says prabhate mani. He says in the mind at this juncture, at this sandhi, Rama chintita java, just meditate on Ram and awake or get into action. Now, Jaya Cheni Name, Jaya Cheni Name, Jaya Cheni Name, he has repeated thrice in 3 lines. What is so important in that? This is by whose name? Jaya Cheni Name, he says, Maha Dosha Jati Gati Pavijeti Gade Punya Deva. By whose name all these things happen? What are all these things? He says, Maha Dosha Jati. Dosha, we all know, mistakes, faults, and flaws which have been done in 3 states, kaya, vak, manaha, at the state of mind, intellectual or psychological level, at the state of speech, vak, vaikarini, as we have seen, or at the state of body, physical. Anything, any faults under any layers of this. Mahadoshaha, all these things. Mistakes, faults. Faults in the sense what? Other day we have seen. Because of which the other person is troubled, or which I don't want other persons to do on me. That if I conduct, that if I behave in that way. I don't want others to be like this to me, but I can be. Look at that. I don't want others to advise me, but I advise. I should be open. So he says, Even the greatest of the great faults or mistakes or fallacies, he says, jati, they go away. Go away in the sense, where does it go away? They vanish. They disappear. Means you are relieved from the sin caused by your faults. Suma, again, you should know it is not that you keep on doing mistakes and you keep on saying the Lord's name. It doesn't happen like that, my dear friends. As I said the other day, you do a mistake, no problem. It should be a process of learning. Again, you should not do the same mistake. Do a new mistake, no problem. You are learning. Once you do a mistake, learn and don't repeat. This is the method of wise men. If you don't attempt at all, then you'll not succeed. You should attempt. Yes, if you are wise, before attempting, take the pros and cons, prepare yourself, and then, yes, plunge into the pool. And after that, swim. Right? So, Mahadosha Jati. So, all sins are gone by just by his name. Next, Gati Pavijeta. Pavijeti, in the sense, attain. What do you attain? Gati. Now, Gati in the sense what? Generally, Gati in the sense you think of when a person expands, you say Sadgati Praptirastu. In all other religions, they say rest in peace. Here it is Sadgati. Means get united with the ultimate goal. So here it is salvation. Ultimate goal is salvation. But one notch below. By taking his name and working, you will be successful in whichever field you are. As a student, think of Lord Ram and open your book, you will understand. Think of Ram and start the exam. As a Guru, at every stage, every walk of life, I tell you, just say Ram, that will be accomplished. Here he says, Gati Pavijeti, he says, the ultimate itself it can be gained. And what are these partial things? Easily you will get it. Very easy. But don't give up. Don't lose faith. You say today Sri Ram and say nothing happened. It doesn't happen like that. It is not a magic or a miracle. Keep on taking his name and you see the difference slowly. See for 11 days, 21 days, 41 days, 108 days and see how the growth happens, how the improvement happens. Initially it is slow, slow, slow. And once it picks up, it moves in geometric progression. I tell you, the developments. Yes, I could feel, I could experience at every stage. Even you can feel that. But you should practice for that. Without practice, I don't know, it doesn't happen. You practice. Take as a vow. Practice for 1 year or 2 years and then see the difference, how you were earlier and how you are then. After 2 years, and see the difference in your own state, at the way of your, what you call, behavior patterns, thinking patterns, positivity, energy level, everything will change. These are all the byproducts, I tell you. Other day I was talking to people, they say, oh, you, by doing these meditations, I lost my headache. Now I don't have stomach problem. My dear friends, these are all very, very gross. Don't stop just here. Go beyond, transcend. Right? And then, third one, Gade Punyateva means Punyateva. Punya means Merit, opposite of sin. Teva means it gets piled up, accumulated. Gate means happens. Means what does it mean? It accumulates the merits, the punya. How does it accumulate? Will it fall from heaven? Or when you're walking, do you stumble across a gunny bag of punya to put it on your back and walk? That says all your actions will be noble at the psychological level, at the physical level, at the verbal level. That says the inner purification has happened, and whatever you do, there are no sins. In the sense, there are only merits, and these merits they accumulate, they pile up for a better birth in the next birth or satkrit, whatever it is, based on the sankalpam, based on the desire that we have, based on many other criteria. But here he assures, what is the guarantee? Guarantee is this poet who has experienced. Guarantee, I stand guarantee because I have seen a lot of things happening in my own life by this. Just think of long. Even those who had envy, jealousy, and hatred, even they come turn around, I tell you. You become Ajata Shatruhu. So stay in Rama's thought till we meet next. And thanks for being with.